How's it going, Yankee fans? I'm Ryan from Fireside Yankees, and you're here for another live stream. If you're listening to this, whether it's on YouTube, on Twitter, we greatly appreciate your support here for Fireside Yankees. Make sure you like, subscribe, turn on that notification bell, and continue supporting, continue checking things out. We're going to have a lot of things to talk about with Pete Alonso signing with the New York Mets. We're going to talk about the potential ripple effects there. Should the Yankees be worried that the Mets will pivot to Cody Bellinger? I think there's a compelling argument for and against it, so we're going to talk about that. We'll talk about the Yankees' new Rule 5 draft pick, who they selected, their first Rule 5 draft pick after 14 years of not selecting anybody in the R5, so we'll talk about that as well. Finally, we'll discuss some of the other things going on in Yankee land, some rumors. Will they do anything on the final day of the winter meetings? And all of that, again, and more here on Fireside Yankees. We greatly appreciate what you guys have going on here, and your guys' continued support. Sorry, kind of talking out of a word here, or talking out of breath here. So let's talk first about Cody Bellinger and the fact that the Mets just lost Pete Alonso, and they lost Edwin Diaz as well yesterday. Edwin Diaz leaving for the Los Angeles Dodgers on a 3-year, $69 million contract for the Pete Alonso market. He ended up going to the Baltimore Orioles in the AL East at a 5-year, $155 million contract. So that has like a double effect on the Yankees. Number one, it makes a division rival better. And of course, number two, it makes you wonder whether the Yankees are going to be a team that now has to worry about the Mets, and the Mets seriously bidding on Cody Bellinger. Now, there is no public reporting here about what's going to go on and what the Yankees are going to do, but we'll kind of see what ends up happening as we start kind of rolling with the questions here. I think the Mets will sign Bellinger, and hopefully the Yankees pivot to Tucker. I don't think that's going to happen. Personally, I don't think the Yankees are going to pivot to Tucker. I don't think that the Yankees are going to get outbid on a cheaper player and then say, hey, let's go spend nearly $300 million on somebody else. That's just kind of how I view it. Now, I don't believe that it's something where the Yankees wouldn't be opportunistic, but again, I'm not necessarily sure that we're looking here at the Yankees being a team that's in on Kyle Tucker at a serious degree. I just don't really know who's in. So let's keep rolling here with some other questions. Hey, Ryan, hope all is well. I'm starting to lose my confidence in the front office this year. I don't know if they'll do anything this offseason. Look, Ace, it's December 10th. And, we talk about this kind of during the winter meetings. And obviously it's frustrating when, the winter meetings are happening and you're not doing anything. But we always have to talk about what you're not doing and what the guys you wanted are doing. So, let's kind of look at what I would consider to be like the Yankees board, right? We'll talk about, let's say, like a Cody Bellinger, Tatsuya Imai, Mackenzie Gore, guys of those nature. They haven't left the market. The guys who have left the market, Pete Alonso, Edwin Diaz, these are not players who I would perceive as guys who the Yankees are in love with or guys who the Yankees wanted to go after heavily. And because of that, I don't think we're going to be seeing, I don't think it's something where the Yankees are in like a tough spot, right? When we talk about the Yankees, we talk about where they are as a roster. They want outfield support, bullpen support. They don't want to shop at the top of the bullpen market for like a high-price closer, and they want a starting pitcher. I don't think they wanted a Framber Valdez. I don't believe they wanted a Dylan Cease. I still don't think they'd want someone like even a Ranger Suarez if his market were to fall apart. Michael King, I'm even doubtful that the Yankees are going to seriously pursue. So, again, I think the New York Yankees are a team that we need to look at more as, all right, who are the guys they didn't? Who are the guys that they want, and have they gone? And those guys haven't gone. So that's why I'm not really worried just yet. Again, time will tell. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm right to not have been worried now. But even if things end up happening that would cause concern, that cause for concern is not now. So, yeah. Now, John, what's up, man? Hope you're doing well. Pete Alonso to the Orioles, stunning. Definitely a stunner. I didn't think they were going to offer that much money. Do you think the Grisham qualifying offer messed up the Yankees? No, because I don't think the Yankees would offer something that they didn't believe a player was worth. And I say that time and time again. It's a conscious effort when you offer a qualifying offer to a player. You do it because you believe they're worth that number. Again, if they are a team that's willing to go out there and gamble $22 million on fourth round picks, they're beyond stupid. They're stupid to a point that you can't even fix. Like, that is to a degree that you can't fix a situation where someone's stupid enough to gamble $22 million on a fourth round pick. That being said, because of that, I don't believe they did that. So, yeah. I mean, Bellinger could leave. That's definitely not something that isn't impossible. We'll see, but I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Unfortunately, yes. Okay, Bellinger is leaving. I could not possibly be happier. I think it depends on the price point. Where the price point is. If the Yankees are losing him at like 4 years, $100 million, that's bad for the Yankees. That's a really negative. That's a crimson red sign for the Yankees and their offseason. If the Yankees were to lose Bellinger at a 6 year, $180 million deal, yeah, he can go at that point. Like I would not feel anything about him no longer being a Yankee. Appreciate that, Felix. Hope you're doing well. Bellinger did not sign. We're talking about whether, the Mets are going to go after him after losing Pete Alonso. I'll provide the two arguments for and against it. So let's talk about for Bellinger, the argument that the Mets will go after Cody Bellinger. They have money to spend. They need a left fielder, and Bellinger's out there and doesn't have a qualifying offer attached. So because of that, it's a pretty logical fit, right? The Yankees need to make sure that they improve. The Mets need to make sure they add to their outfield. And for the Mets, they have money to spend. So that is the argument. It's a pretty simple argument, but I don't think I don't think things are as complicated as what about this, what about that. Sometimes you just have a need. There's a player out there, you have money, and you make the signing. Now about the Yankees or kind of to counter this, right? To counter this and argue against the idea of the Mets being able to sign Bellinger. I'm not really sure the Yankees are a team or the Mets are a team that's going to look at someone like a Cody Bellinger and go, okay, I want to pay this guy a ton of money, because they just looked at Pete Alonso and said, hey, I don't believe 5 years, $155 million is worth it for Pete Alonso. I don't believe they didn't want to go a fourth year they weren't willing to go a fourth year initially for Diaz. They were definitely not going to go for 5 years for Diaz. The Mets have been very disciplined in their offers for players who are impact players and are considered top of the market guys. They really did want to bring back Diaz. I don't think they really wanted to bring back Alonso, but they definitely really wanted to bring back Diaz. Do we really think that the New York Yankees or the New York Mets, would then look at Cody Bellinger and then go, hey, we want to irresponsibly pay him $180 million. They just traded the Brandon Nimmo contract. The Brandon Nimmo contract is what goes wrong when you sign these corner outfielders, these good, not elite players. And the signaling in Metland is not that the Mets are going to go out there and drop their balls on the table, essentially. They don't look like, I don't know. And it's possible they're very silent, they're very quiet. And it's possible they have an internal evaluation of Bellinger that is an internal evaluation of Bellinger that is maybe higher than what we think, than what they had for Alonso. That's possible. Like these things are all possible, but at the end of the day, do I think the New York Yankees or do I think the New York Mets? I don't think it's a guarantee that they're going to go after Bellinger. I really don't. I don't know if that's a guarantee. I feel like I'm halfway between they are and they're not, because again, it would be so weird for them to go, oh, we're going to be very diligent, very disciplined, very, very careful on how much we offer Pete Alonso, but then we're going to go pay a guy who is considered a volatile free agent and give him $180 million. Our lesson from adding from the Brandon Nimmo contract is paying another left-handed outfielder, a non-elite outfielder who is going to have to get off of center field in the next year or so. That just feels weird. That feels weird. It feels odd. And if they're putting him in center field, is that really getting better defensively in center field? You're taking a step back because Bellinger's no longer an excellent defensive center fielder. Maybe putting him in left field and having Bench in center field is their game plan. But in kind of looking at Carson Bench's profile, definitely looks like more of a corner outfielder. Not saying he can't play center field, but I get the sense this is more of a corner outfielder, more of a left fielder than a center fielder. So, we'll kind of see. I mean, this past season, he spent the majority of his time in center field. He's definitely a primary center fielder, but there is a good amount of corner outfield experience here. He played across the diamond. Kind of curious to see how the Yankees the Mets evaluate someone like a Cody Bellinger. Again, I'm really curious about what that would be. Give me 1 second. Just going to shoot a text out real quick and kind of get back to the Bellinger conversation here. All right. let's talk a little bit now. Let's talk a little bit about the Yankees Rule 5 pick, and then I'll get back to answering questions. And I'll read. I did get a comment last time on a video, like I should read out the questions. And that is a good point. I actually should be doing that, so I will be reading out each question, the person who commented. So just give it about. Like, don't ask your questions right now that you want answered because I might lose them in the comment storm. Let me just talk about the Rule 5 pick the Yankees selected, and then we'll go from there. So let's talk about it's Cade Winquest. Cade Winquest was selected from the Cardinals organization. He put up a 3.95 ERA and a 3.57 FIP at both the double A and the high A levels. He has a big fastball, touched 100 miles per hour on it. Not a ton of vertical ride on it. The shape of this pitch is actually not great, but it's a cut ride fastball. He releases it from a pretty low release point. He's not like a short guy, but the arm angle is a little bit lower. So when it comes to Winquest, he's been a starter. That's what he's done throughout his career, and he hit 100 as a starter. I do believe the Yankees would be able to translate him to a reliever role. Now, in terms of the Rule 5 draft, the way it works is that you have to place them on the 26-man roster on opening day. So when you set your 26-man roster, that's opening day, he has to be on it or else he goes back to the Cardinals. So this is a risk-free, risk-averse decision for the Yankees. The Yankees lose absolutely nothing if they give up or if they don't bring Winquest onto their big league roster. If that happens, then again, they don't have to. They do not have to put him on the big league roster and face any penalty outside of not bringing him back, just not having him in the organization. So I think it's something that I there's no risk to this. He has a big fastball. The Yankees do very well with pitching development. They liked him in the draft. I know that Michael Fishman just mentioned that to the media, but I heard that privately off record before this. So the Yankees liked him in the draft in 2022. They didn't select him. I think that his progress through the minor leagues has shown he is not a starter. He's more of a reliever. And again, I think that the Yankees are a team that, they have big they have a big presence in the pitching development market, in the pitching development worlds. And so I'm excited to kind of see what happens with him. Worst case scenario, he's just not a Yankee in 2026. Now, let's talk a little bit about, I'll answer this question. They did not lose anyone on the major league roster, just some minor leaguers. So kind of insignificant. They did not lose anyone of note. On the because it's only minor league guys they lost, and it was a minor league portion of the draft they lost guys. They didn't lose like a Harrison Cohen, a TJ Rumfield, and Eric Raiselman, guys of that nature who could be big leaguers down the road. Now let's talk about, because someone did ask this about the Corey Seager thing. Yankees apparently inquired about Corey Seager. Yeah, I mean, of course they did, because why wouldn't they? I know that Corey Seager is a player who we've talked about, like, hey, the Yankees missed on him, and that's probably not a great thing that they missed on him in hindsight. And, I'm not saying the Yankees shouldn't get him, but I definitely would be curious to see what the Yankees would be willing to do for him. If the Yankees would be willing to eat the whole contract or not. The contracts were not substantive I'm not going to even try. The conversations were not, those were not deep conversations. It was inquiries. They heard out the calls. They didn't do anything outside of that. Now, the final thing I want to note when it comes to Corey Seager, he's probably not getting traded. The Red Sox inquired. The Braves inquired, the Yankees inquired. I don't believe the New York Yankees are going to get Corey Seager. So there's that. That's kind of how the reporting came out. The Yankees aren't going to get Corey Seager most likely. And I also want to say, isn't it interesting that the Yankees are a team that, quote unquote, doesn't want to spend, but they were willing to go out and trade for the contract of Corey Seager, or seemed interested in trading in the contract for Corey Seager? Just saying, not trying to say like they're 100% going to spend, not saying they're 100% not going to spend. But yeah, we'll see. Now let's start looking at questions. If you guys have questions, please start firing them in now. I think the Yankees, if they were to get Seager, again, they're not going to, they would probably have to eat all the contract. And again, I don't think they even want to move him. So yeah. At least the Knicks are cooking. Yeah, the Knicks look really good. The Knicks look like the best team in the Eastern Conference. I don't understand why anyone was scared of the Toronto Raptors or the Orlando Magic, whatever. Like, those teams are not actually that good. Those teams don't matter to me. The Pistons do matter. They're pretty good, but nobody else matters in the Eastern Conference. Are the Yankees going to actually do anything in the winter meetings? I mean, the answer is probably no, right? Like, the answer is probably no. I don't think they're going to go get, I don't think something's going to happen, I guess, the winter meetings, but we'll see. I think they are going to make additions, though, during the offseason. What's funny is that they're attached to that inquiry, but not more obvious moves. Well, again, I don't know if the Yankees offseason's as like clear as we thought they were going to be, My biggest question mark when it comes to the Yankees offseason is what the Yankees are like. What is the Yankees' actual like game plan? I don't really know what their game plan is. I know Andy Martino kind of poured some cold water on the idea the Yankees are going to bring back Cody Bellinger, kind of saying, hey, they seem like they're going to be a little more conservative with the way they've been spending. But I think the way I look at Cody Bellinger and the Yankees is I don't think the Yankees are hooked on Cody Bellinger in the way that they were hooked to DJ LeMahieu. And I'm not saying that in the sense that they don't want Bellinger at all, but I don't think they're going to spend crazy money to bring back Cody Bellinger. I know they're willing to go to a pretty notable distance. They're probably willing to go to 5 years, 25, 26, $27 million a year. But are the Yankees willing to go to 6 years? Is anyone going to be willing to go to 6 years? And that's the question. If the Yankees are willing to go to 6 years, are other teams willing to go to 6 years? I just don't believe the New York Yankees to be this team that is going to look at Cody Bellinger and go, wow, this guy, we must overpay to bring him back the way that burned them with DJ LeMahieu. So again, I want the Yankees to bring in an outfielder. If it is a reasonable number for the Yankees, if the Yankees can get a reasonable number to bring back Cody Bellinger, I would like Cody Bellinger to come back. I would like Cody Bellinger to come back at a reasonable number. I would personally want Kyle Tucker more than Cody Bellinger. I would like to see how the Yankees navigate and attack the outfield market, because another thing I'd like to note with the Yankee position player group, and I want to kind of look at the ZiPS projections together with you guys, because I saw this kind of percolating on social media, and people kind of going, oh my God, this group, it's turbo dog shit, or whatever it may be. But actually, I like the position player group on these projections. Why is it blue? Anyone know why it's blue? Oh, there we go. Okay, so we're going to remove the media assets. No, we don't need to remove that. Sorry, just trying to get rid of this. There we go. So when we look at the Yankee position player group, this group projects for 27.3 wins above replacement. Kind of for context, that mark would have been the sixth best mark for any position player group in baseball. I'd also like to note in regard to position player projections that they're going to be more conservative. So a 27.3 position player WAR group is going to project. That's going to be one of like the top 3 or 4 best projected position player groups in the league. As we noted with steamer projections, with depth charts, those are both models that project the Yankees to have the best position player group in baseball. Where the Yankees need support is in left field. They need more right-handed hitting off the bench, and they need pitching. The Yankees need pitching. They need pitching so badly. I look at that rotation. I look at those outcomes. I'm not excited to see those projected WAR outcomes. I have said this before. You are playing with fire if you're relying on 33-year-old Carlos Rodon post-bone spur injury, post-bone spur removal surgery, and then Garrett Cole, 36-year-old Garrett Cole, post-UCL construction Tommy John surgery. It just feels like taking a massive risk for no reason. It's why I like Mackenzie Gore. It's why I like Tatsuya Imai. It's why I want the Yankees involved in the starting pitching market, because the Yankees are a team that desperately needs pitching. Bullpen, they need support. The Yankees need to get better on this side of the ball. So let's keep rolling with questions here. I apologize for getting off track a little bit. Buxton could be the backup to Belly and the backup to Tucker via trade. I would like Byron Buxton. Depends on the cost. I don't know if he's going to waive his no trade clause to come to the New York Yankees, and I think that's a big part of this as well. Mets won't sign Bellinger. They didn't even want to give Alonso more than 3 years. No way they give Bellinger 6 years at $30 million. And look, I sort of agree. I think there's, again, I don't know. I'm not inside the Mets front office. I don't have a close connection with the Mets in that regard, but I do think the Yankees I think the certainty around Bellinger being a Met is less certain than people think. And you say panic sign, wouldn't Alonso be the guy you panic sign? Is that not the clear guy you panic sign, right? Like, is that not the guy you clearly panic sign? Because why would you not panic sign someone who is in your organization who they like? Right? That's what I would say. Like, why would you not panic sign Pete Alonso? Why would you not panic sign Pete Alonso? Right? Right. Now let's look at some other questions here. Mets fans are stressed big time. I think they're stressed, and like I wouldn't be as stressed as they were, but I wouldn't be happy. It's kind of where I'm at. No, I mean, I actually liked it at the time too. I did not hate it at the time. Now I will also say with the Yankees, I think we got to kind of have to look at the Yankees in this mindset of like, we can't be overpaying for good players, not great players. Good, not great, right? Great players is what gets you going. Great players are what you should be paying for. Great players are what you pay that market value for. That's kind of how I look at things. Maybe we'll see. Do you think that Cash can or will trade McMahon? I think he can. Don't know if he will. How long do you think it will take for the Yankees to actually make a move? I think they'll make one in December or two in December. We'll see. Yankees have talked to Tucker's camp report, and I feel like a Tatis stay is more likely day by day. No, I don't think the Yankees are going to trade for Fernando Tatis Jr. The reporter who mentioned that same report also said in the same, in a different report, Tatis isn't getting traded. I agree. I think you should go out and you should just pay for Tucker. That's clearly the better player. There's no doubting that. He is clearly the better player. That is how I look at this. He is the better player. I'll say it time and time again. I'll continue to say it. I'll say it until my face turns blue. That's how I view it. It's been pretty rough not seeing the Yankees do anything, but at least Red Sox and Mets fans are in shambles. Look, I want the Yankees, more than anything, I want the Yankees to do something. More than I want the Mets to not do things, more than I want the Red Sox to not do things. I just want the Yankees to do something. Yeah, I just want the Yankees to do things. That's kind of where I'm at. Yeah. Would I enter? I would definitely open the conversation up to trade talks. We'll see kind of what that looks like, but I don't think you're going to get a ton back, but I would definitely open it up to that. Twins said they aren't trading Buxton, unfortunately. Yeah, that's a good point. I kind of forgot about that. I'm not going to lie. Late school. Don't apologize, guys. You guys don't owe me your time. I appreciate your time. You guys don't owe me your time. I do appreciate it though. There's no other news outside of, so what I would tell you from what I've been hearing, the Yankees and the Nationals, their talks with Mackenzie Gore seem to be centered around a young outfielder, young pitching. I don't know if the Yankees are going to be willing to trade a young outfielder of prominence until they figure out what they're going to do with their outfield. So we'll kind of see what happens there. But that's me reporting it. The Yankees picked up someone in the Rule 5 draft. That was Cade Winquist, and Pete Alonso signed with the Baltimore Orioles. I keep saying the New York Mets. I don't know if they're giving up on Heel. I don't think that's the situation here. I think they just want to improve their rotation, and they should be willing to improve their rotation and make the additions and not worry about Heel and these guys and that guys, because guys are going to get hurt. You're going to be able to kind of figure it out as the season goes on. I did too. I mean, if depending on the contract, but this is not a contract I wanted to sign him for. This is not a contract to sign him for. That's where I look at it. That's a good point. Maybe they just want to rebuild a new roster. That's fair. Yeah, because why would Rosario be on my graphic? I don't think the Mets are signing him at Rosario, or I don't know if that's going to happen. Yes, to clarify, I am streaming tonight. I'm streaming at 7 p.m. I'm streaming at 7 p.m. tonight, from 7 p.m. to 8:30. And we might go even longer, depends on kind of what happens. Let's keep it going. Yeah, his market being quiet is weird. Weird. Not really sure what's going on there. Let's see. Yeah, I agree. I think that teams are being more conservative with what they're willing to do. I really do. If the Yankees sign Bregman and McMahon, would you be okay with? Yes, absolutely. But I don't think they're going to sign Bregman. And I don't like the idea of giving him a 5 or 6 year deal, because I don't think the ballpark's a good fit for him. And he's already 31. He's going to turn 32, I think, next year. Could be. But again, what I would point to and say is Edwin Diaz genuinely stunned the Mets. When Edwin Diaz left for the Dodgers, that stunned the Mets. They never went back and said, hey, whoa. Hey, beat Alonso. Hey, whoa. We're not willing to give you 5 years. But let's talk. Let's talk. We just lost CS. Let's talk. They went, I don't want to give him 5 years. So again, kind of what I would say is, do we think the New York Yankees are going to, or the New York Mets are going to then take that mentality of, we didn't panic sign Pete Alonso, and go, let's go panic sign Cody Bellinger, who is not as good of a hitter as Pete Alonso, does not address the home runs we just lost in Pete Alonso. And they lost 40 home runs in Alonso and 25 in Nimmo, right? That's kind of what I'm saying. This would be disgusting, dude. Be nasty. Be disgusting, man. It'd be gross. I want Kyle Tucker. I want him so bad, but I know we're not going to get him. And God, it sucks, man. Let's talk about the Brenton Doyle rumors real quick. Good fourth outfielder. I like him as a fourth outfielder. He's right-handed, really damn special defender. And I like the idea of taking a guy that was in that old Rockies regime and taking a flyer on him. But again, I want him as a fourth outfielder. Maybe, you see, this is something I could buy into a little bit. I could buy into this a little bit more, because the way I look at the Yankees, or the Mets, excuse me, Like, why would you not want to spend on Kyle Tucker? You need offensive firepower. You want to shake it up. Is it not just stupid? Would it be? It's stupid if you don't go out and you make a big addition. This is a guy who's got no market. And I say the same thing with the Yankees. It's stupid that they're not in on Tucker. Nobody freaking wants the guy. Jesse Rogers reporting, yeah, $250 million, $300 million contract. I couldn't understand why you wouldn't sign this guy to a $300 million contract. Or 250? 250? Are you serious? Like, come on. My head's gonna explode. Sorry. Let's kind of keep rolling here with what's going on. Gonna take a sip of coffee real quick. I think Alonso signing and Red Sox thing, pitching, and Jay's interest. Yeah, it should motivate you to spend more. I agree. The AL East is the Yankees should look at the moves in the AL East and go, oh, let's go get better. Let's go make some moves. Now, granted, I don't think they should go, Pete Alonso just went to the Orioles. Cody Bellinger here's $180 million. That's not what I'm saying they should do. I think that would be reckless, and I don't think that would be a good idea. But they should not let them, like, they should stay in the Tucker market. They should be in the Tucker market. I don't know, man. That's how I view it. I think the Yankees should be willing to go out and get Tucker. And that's kind of my spiel here. If you're here on Fireside Yankees watching on the YouTube, make sure you like and subscribe. There's over 272 of you guys here. We're going to go for an hour, but you guys can get me to the 100 like threshold. 100 likes, then we will go for an extra 30 minutes and go up to the 430 mark. So give me a like. Make sure you like. Appreciate it. Let's keep rolling here. Yeah, maybe possible. Like, I would want them to get great players, but there's no guarantee. No guarantee. I hope not. Right? Like, I hope not. That's the guy the Yankees are talking about. So, like, and I'm gonna be honest. I don't think Edward Cabrera is as good as Mackenzie Gore. And I've said this before. I think Tatsuya Mai would be like, oh yeah, let's do it. But like, I would not want. I do not think Edward Cabrera is my guy in that scenario. Nah, his ERA was average. His ERA was like league average the last 2 years. It's not an abysmal, and the underlying metrics are better. So, yeah, man. Yeah, we've got 3 young arms. We should go out and trade for it. We should trade from it. That's what we should do. Got young arms. You should trade from it. Yeah. Okay. That'd be, look, if it's strong and healthy, we'll see. I have caffeine right now, man. Bro, I'm not going to say what I would do. There's a thought that came to my mind that I'm just not going to go to. There's a thought that came to my mind of what I'd be willing to do. You can all infer what I'd be willing to do. You can all infer how you'd like. Take guesses in the comments. You can all infer the crazy level I'd be willing to go to. What I was going to say, you can guess there. Hey, maybe. I like Winquest, man. Winquest got disgusting stuff. We'll do a little bit of a film breakdown on him. Yeah, bro. I can't do ERA, man. ERA talks. Like, not saying, hold on. Let me clarify what I'm saying. It's not that I don't like talking about why ERA is not that great of a stat. It's that I don't love, like, I want to clarify that I don't value ERA to the degree that, like, I think most people do. I think ERA is a description of what is. ERA is a descriptive stat, not a predictive stat, is what I'm trying to say here. ERA describes what happens. It's not predictive of what will happen. Boom. Nailed it. What's good, man? Hope you're doing well. This is Future. You guys should check out Uptown Sports TV. I was on a stream last night, and we had a ton of fun talking about this. We talked about how the Mets kind of need to bring Alonso back, and not even 24 hours later, holy cow, he's gone. Right? So I think you're going to have a lot of laughs to have. Yeah, I hope you're doing, and they did just finish a live and talk about Pete Alonso there. Now, yeah, I don't think they're going to trade. No, I think I didn't say I didn't think they'd show interest. I said I don't think they're going to trade for him, and they're not going to trade for him probably. The Rangers are not dealing him is what I'd imagine is going to happen here. Yeah, that way, kind of the way that, like, not 1-for-1, because Cole had a really good track record. And the question here is, Ryan, are you evaluating Gore as many teams like the Red Sox evaluated Nathan Eovaldi before he became a stud for them? I don't see it with Gore. I wouldn't say like the same as Evaldi. Like, I guess Evaldi is a pretty notable like comparison here. Yeah, the stuff is ridiculous. And I know that it's different. They're not a 1-for-1 comparison, but I think the Nationals are such a bad organization, or were such a bad organization under Mike Rizzo, that you can infer the Yankees would be willing to get them, make that the Yankees would be willing or able to make them a lot better. Dude, I saw this, and like, I'm a platoon guy. I like platoons, but McNeil and Goldschmidt is a dog shit platoon. Goldschmidt's 38. McNeil is not a first baseman. You have no idea if McNeil can even play the position, and he's also an older guy. Like, that just feels like such a dumb. Depends on what they do, actually. If they were to get like Tucker and then do this, I can get it. I think it's possible. I'm not saying it will happen, but I think it's possible. Let's keep looking here. He was a fireballer. He was. My name is also Ryan. We should all hang out. Ryan Noda, also the name of a big league player. Hey, Ryan. Hope you're doing well, man. My fellow Ryans. There's a Ryan gathering. That is a thing that happens, and I want to attend one. And we should all attend one. If your name is Ryan, like, DM me on Twitter, bro. DM me on Twitter. Let's do a Ryan meetup. Let's all do one in New York City. Let's do the Ryan meetup. I want the Ryan meetup. The Ryan meetup would be generational. It would be generational. So yeah. I don't think they're going to end up dealing Seager. So yeah. I don't think it'd be a bad pickup if it's it's got to be a minor. It's got to be a fourth outfielder, not like a starting outfielder. I'd be disappointed. I'm down. Let's do it. We're all changing our names to Ryan. All of us, we're changing our names to Ryan. Let's do it. Let's roll with it, fellas. Let's roll with it. I'm down. I'm game. Again, if he's your starting, like if he's your center fielder, your starting center fielder on opening day, agree. That's bad. Don't like it. If he is your fourth outfielder, I'm cool with it. He hits lefties well. Bro, I'm going to be honest with you guys. I like Liverpool solely because of this. Yeah, and also if you were to bring in a left-handed outfielder, you could have him hit against lefties for Grisham. Like you can do things with Doyle defensively, and that's why if he hits as well as he did against lefties this past year, I'd be really, really into this. I'd dig this heavily. I don't know, man. Like, you could argue it both ways. I would say I take it as I don't know what they're gonna do. I don't take it as, oh baby, oh yeah, man, oh the Yankees they're secretly plotting to go sign Kyle Tucker and trade for this guy. No, I'm not gonna say that. Right? Like, that's irresponsible. That's irresponsible for me to do. I don't know. Right? That's kind of where I'm at. Yeah, look, I think that, so I want to point this out. I do think the Yankees would be willing to make other moves if Cody Bellinger doesn't come off the board. The only moves I don't think they would be willing to make would be like trading Jason Dominguez and not adding an outfielder. That is something I do wonder if they would do. But, going out and getting pitching support, relief support, that's what I'm more so referring to. But yeah, I'll kind of like delve into that a little bit as the offseason kind of goes on. Yes, he was Rule 5 eligible, but he's never gotten past single A. So there was no chance the team was going to take him and try and have them make make their major league roster. No shot. Yeah, look, and this is where this is all super fascinating, because if the Yankees, let's say, and I kind of want to get your guys' perspective on this. If the Yankees were to add Cody Bellinger, bring back Cody Bellinger on, let's say, a reasonable contract. Let's say 5 years, $135 million. That's what Fangraphs projects, $27 million a year, 5 years. Again, just kind of want to get your perspectives here. If the Yankees were to bring back Bellinger, trade for Mackenzie Gore, trade for a reliever, I don't know, I'm going to throw a name out there, Jojo Romero, and bring back Ahmed Rosario, is that a good offseason, or is that a turbo dog shit, or like, oh, this team isn't very good offseason? I think that's a good like offseason in the sense of like that's the kind of offseason that you can look at and go, okay, you can make a good argument to say it's not good enough and a good argument to say that they're a good team. This is what I would say. It is a B. And the thing about a B, right, is that a B grade isn't like, how do I put this? A B grade isn't going to guarantee that you're winning the American League East, right? Do we all agree that a B offseason does not guarantee the American League East? Can we all agree on that? Because I would agree on that. And I would also say, I don't think they're that far off from an A. So let's say the Yankees were to add, let's say we replace Jojo Romero with Trevor McGill, or add Trevor McGill on top of Jojo Romero. Add another right-handed bat. Maybe instead of Rosario, it's like, I don't know, like they trade for a right-handed batter. Maybe it's Rosario and like an Austin Hayes. I don't know. Maybe it's like, I don't know. Like I'm trying to like think of ideas here. Maybe it's Imai instead of Gore. I don't know. Point is, I do think the Yankees, that B offseason should not be considered, oh yeah, we're good. Yep, nope, we're good. Like B offseason shouldn't be considered like we're like in a perfect spot. But the B offseason shouldn't also say that like a B offseason should also make this team better. The team should be able to win a lot of baseball games with a B offseason. And I don't think the gap between a B and a B plus or a B plus or a B and an A would be huge if they were to add pieces. And this is where I also agree, because if you were to swap out Bellinger for Tucker and Romero for McGill, like that's an A plus. If it was Tucker, McGill, Gore, and Ahmed Rosario, that might be the best team in baseball. That's how good I think that group would be. Yeah, I think like I would want two relievers in this scenario. I do think there's an interesting class of like veteran 1-year relievers, Justin Wilson, Danny Collum, someone like pitchers of that nature who are older, who could get 1-year deals, not too expensive. Those are the kinds of guys where I think the Yankees would be like, it would behoove the Yankees to at least dive into that market, because it's very easy for you to get out of those contracts or just DFA them. But it's also easy to, make yourself better. Like if the Yankees were to do this, kind of just gonna, let me take a sip of coffee here, because I'm going to think this one out before I say it. If the Yankees were to add a Justin Wilson, who I know has kind of had his good and his bad here in the Yankees. You guys remember him in 2021, he fucking sucked. But in 2015, he was really good here. Like he's had one really good year, one really awful here. They were to add like Justin Wilson, trade for Trevor McGill to their bullpen. I think that's a big supercharge to the bullpen. They were to add a Mackenzie Gore, and then sign a Cody Bellinger and Adam Ed Rosario. Like I think the pitching staff is a lot better. The position player group is good, but it's not like security blanket Dodgers. Like Dodgers have 3 Hall of Famers on their roster, so you would expect that group to be good regardless. The Yankees have 1 Hall of Famer on the position player side, maybe 2, but Stan's out of his prime. Even you want to say Betts is out of his prime, well, like again, Freeman is in his prime and Ohtani's in his prime. None of these two guys are out of their prime. Will Smith, I don't know if he's I think Will Smith might be a Hall of Famer. So like Will Smith is he might be a Hall of Famer. I want to get the chat. Do you guys think Will Smith's a future Hall of Famer? I don't know if he's going to get there, but it's not impossible. Just trying to like spit. Sorry, I'm spitting out loud here. I apologize. I'm just like, in my head, I'm like, is he a Hall of Famer? Is he a Hall of Famer? He might be one day. He's at least having like a prime of a Hall of Famer this past year. I didn't say it. Right? Guys, did I say it? I didn't say it. I didn't say it. Right? I didn't say it. I didn't say it. I didn't say it. I didn't say it. Ben Rice is. I didn't say it. Wait, there's a Jack Curry nuke? No, I didn't. No, I don't. No, I didn't see one. If we get Amai, would the Yankees go to 6-man rotation? Maybe. This is a good point. 22 F4 at 30. Eesh. Yeah, like that's not. All right, like that's not a Hall of Famer. That's a good point. He'd have to he has a lot of ground to make up in his 30s. Yeah, that's a good point. Usually you make up a lot of your ground in your 30s, or usually do a lot in your 20s, and then you end up doing stuff in your 30s. How about this? If the Yankees were to sign Michael King, Cody Bellinger, and Justin Wilson, and trade for McGill and sign Rosario. Like, that's a lot of I don't think they would do that. But like, I kind of want to get what you guys think. So, in regard to like some of the free agents, again, I think Kyle Tucker. Do we all agree that like if the Yankees were to sign an outfielder, we would hope it would be Kyle Tucker? Let's ignore price. Maybe Bellinger signs for way cheaper, and Tucker signs for and Tucker signed like if Tucker, like, I don't know, like let's ignore cost for a second here. Do we all agree that Tucker is better than Bellinger? Like, can we at least agree there? Right? Can we agree? Can we all agree there, everybody? Yep. Yeah. I'm gonna take some yeses here. Yes. What? I posted. Hold on. Can I check this, please? I'm gonna check. I just gotta check my Instagram. Sorry, or our. Sorry, God, I can't speak. Oh, no. It was a joke tweet. So it's a joke tweet. It's not. It's not. It's a joke tweet. Yeah. Because he said Jack Kerr said the Yankees would be in on Aaron Judge. That's the joke. Yeah, that's the joke. Yeah. Okay. Anywho, so I think the Yankees should be in on Tucker. Like that. That's my opinion. I think we all agree there. I don't know if they're going to do it. I feel confident in saying they're not. Right. I feel confident in saying that if they bring in a top 2 outfielder, it's Bellinger. Now for Cody Bellinger to come back, yes, Jack Curry was like, the Yankees are in on Judge. It was probably a misspeak, but I thought it was funny. It's a funny tweet. I think it's funny. It was for my boy Joe Burden, my dog. I think the Yankees it would behoove the Yankees that if they're going to, like, if the Yankees are going to get Cody Bellinger, I think they would have to make a lot of additions around their roster. They'd have to improve the bullpen, improve the rotation, improve the infield, potentially get more right-handed. I would love this. Like, let me just say this right now. I really hope that the Cubs get I hope the Cubs get a third baseman and that they trade Nico Hoerner, because if the Yankees were to get Nico Hoerner and play him at shortstop, they would get him and play him at shortstop. That would be sick. Like, I really, like, I don't know about you guys. I would do a lot for Nico Hoerner to be the Yankees shortstop. Like a lot. I think he'd be like, okay, this is a good comment. Okay. There has to be one position that gets elite level upgrade, in my opinion, for this offseason to be a W. Nico Hoerner over Anthony Volpe, a big enough upgrade where if you paired that with Bellinger on the position player side, you go, yep, we're good. This is a great position player group upgrade. I want to get comments. I want opinions. I want to gauge the fan base. I love when we get to talk about things like this, because I'm not saying it's going to happen. I just like kind of getting what you guys think. I think that we can all agree. Can we all agree that Anthony Volpe is probably their worst everyday player? It's between like him and McMahon and Dominguez probably. But I would say Dominguez has more offensive upside. I think McMahon's a more reliable defender and has more offensive upside. I think Volpe, like, I wouldn't disagree with this. You could argue this. Personally, I think like Bellinger has a higher ceiling than Hoerner because he's a better hitter. But you could argue this for real. You could argue that Hoerner is like a 4-WAR player and Volpe is about a 2-WAR player. And that you're doubling your WAR projection, whereas Dominguez is probably around a 2-WAR player and Bellinger's around a 3.5 to 4-WAR player. Yeah, like I think that this is the issue. The offensive upside is just dead here. And if you look at like the thing that Hoerner provides too, he's right-handed. He provides you a good right-handed hitter. This is why like I got kind of frustrated seeing people get upset at like talk about right hand, like the Yankees bringing in platoons and stuff of that nature. Guys, the Yankees, like, look at the Yankee lineup. Let's share screen. Sorry. Okay. Who is their best hitter in this group against left-handed hitters? It's Judge. Who's their second best? Probably Stanton. Who's their third best? Because I'm a little bit concerned that that's Jose Caballero. I'm a little bit concerned that their third best hitter against left-handed pitching is Jose freaking Caballero. Like, guys, can we like it might be Jose Caballero, man. It might be Jose Caballero. Oh, that like I love Cabby. I love Cabby. He's a dog. Like, yeah, he's a dog. Driveline Cabby's a dog. But Driveline Cabby is not. if Jose Caballero is your third best hitter against left-handed pitching, you are. Is there any kids? Wait, hold on. Is there any kids listening to this? I hope there's no kid listening to this. You are fucked. If that is your third best hitter against left-handed pitching, oh my God, dude. You're screwed. You're screwed. Because even if you were to take him out of the lineup, it'd be for Volpe. And Volpe would be in contention for like your third or fourth best hitter against lefties. No. Like, you need right-handed help. Yeah, I agree. I like, you got to go get better. You got to go get better. You got to go make some serious upgrades somewhere else. None of this bullshit of, well, nah, let's go get let's go sprinkle on like a Merrill Kelly. Let's go sprinkle on the bullpen. Fuck that. No, you need to go get better. You need to go get a lot better if you bring back Bellinger in other areas, right? When we talk about like the pivot, why did the pivot work last year in terms of winning regular season games? It's because the Yankees made big upgrades everywhere. I know Devin Williams didn't work out, but let's talk on paper. They brought in a top 5 reliever at the time in Devin Williams. They brought in a top 10 starting pitcher in Max Fried, and they also made sure to bring in a good starting left fielder. And like, Goldschmidt was an average first baseman, but they went from like dog shit at first to average. They went from great in Soto to good in Bellinger. They went from Nestor Cortez to Max Fried, and they went from Clay Holmes to Devin Williams. Like, the Yankees made big upgrades around their roster. They need to do the same thing for here. Dude, I will throw my phone out of the window with you, bro. I'll do it with you. Now, if it was like the Yankees signed him and then traded for a big-time starter, a mí me gusta, right? A mí me gusta. A mí me gusta. But outside of that, oh, God, no. God, no. Yeah, no. Abso-freaking-lutely not. Now, there's an article from The Athletic on the Mets and what they'll do after. I'm trying to see if Bellinger's name is mentioned in here. I don't see that there's like a link of them like being in on Bellinger per se. Oh, hold on. Hello. Signing Tucker would be another. The Mets have given no indication that they're pursuing them or that they're willing to spend at that level. Huh. I'd like to get some reactions here. Huh. Right? Not the words, not the reporting you would expect for a team that. Can we go get fucking Kyle Tucker? There's no one, guys. There is no one who wants this guy. Can we go get him, please? Can we please go get him? Like, what is stopping you from getting this guy? What is stopping you from getting this guy? I'm tweeting this. Hold on. Like, for the love of God, what is No, it's not just talking about Tucker. Bellinger's in here. Them. Look at this. Hold on. Let me read the whole thing. Then there's the outfield, where the Mets have not one but 2 starting positions open. As the Athletic's Brendan Cody noted, signing Bellinger away from the Yankees would be one way for the Mets to change the narrative. Signing Tucker would be another. The Mets have given no indication that they're pursuing them. Not him, them. Plural. And that they are willing to, and that they are willing to spend at that level. No indication that they're willing to spend at that level. Who is going after Tucker? Why? Go get that guy. Can I get an understanding? Can I get some rationality behind this? No one wants the guy, and you don't want to sign the guy? Come on. I know the Blue Jays want him. Yes. I get it. Yes. By the way, make sure you guys subscribe. Please, like, send likes in. I want to go for more than an hour, but 100 likes, that gets you through the door. If you are watching this, there's 300 of you watching on YouTube. Like, spam that like button. Spam it. Like. Anywho, let's keep it rolling. It's literally just the Blue Jays. The Dodgers are in at like 3 or 4 years. It's literally just the Blue Jays. Take 10 years. and give him $300 million. And if the Blue Jays walked out and say, hey, here are $400 million, all right, whatever. If you want to make a big deal out of this, you want to go out there and you want to, if you want to go out there and make something happen, right? Go $300 million, 10 years. $300 million, 10 years. What's stopping you? What's stopping you? What's stopping you? Just give him the offer. If he doesn't take it, he doesn't take it. But if no one gives him an offer like that, then you get the guy. And then you've got Kyle Tucker on a steal of a deal, and you pair a guy who's a borderline on a Hall of Fame trajectory. He's on a Hall of Fame trajectory. Let me be very clear. He's on a Hall of Fame trajectory. And then you put a guy like that on your roster. Fine. Give him $300 million for 10 years. What does Fangraphs project? What does Fangraphs project for his contract? Is it $300 million for 10 years, or is it less? $280 for 8. Who wouldn't give $280 for 8? Who here wouldn't give him $280 for 8? Who here would not give him $280 for 8? Please tell me. Please tell me who here wouldn't give Kyle Tucker $280 million for 8 years. Tell me. Tell me who wouldn't do it. Go ahead, please. Please, go ahead. Tell me. Tell me who wouldn't do this. $35 million for him or $27 million for Bellinger. What would you rather do? What would you rather do? $35 million for Tucker or $27 million for Bellinger and 3 more years? Let me show you what this guy, like, I gotta say that, because, like, man, guys. Let's do some math together, fellas. Top 10 hitter. Look at the boys he's ahead of. Ketel Marte, Vlad Guerrero Jr., Bryce Harper, Matt Olson, Bobby Witt Jr. He's up there with the top of the top, the dogs. He's up there with the dogs. This guy's an absolute monster. I have no idea how his market's falling apart. I'm going to be honest with you. It might be, look, I will say it might actually be possible that teams are concerned that this guy is not going to be, how do I say it? This guy might actually, like, there might be the burn to play stuff. Maybe that's why he's not getting $400 million. I don't freaking know. I don't know. But to my benefit, it's to your benefit as a team. He's up there with the best of the best. This guy's up there with the best of the best. On base percentage, 380. Oh, but we got to be able to hit left-handed pitching. How do we hit left-handed pitching? Where's Tucker on here? Where's my boy? On here? I might have missed him. What's that? Wait a minute. Versus left-handed pitching. Where's my boy? 144. 144. You don't get, like, dude, this guy's better at hitting lefties than Paul Goldschmidt. What? So you need a guy who hits lefties? Boom. You need a guy who's Aaron Judge's number 2? Boom. And yes, Bellinger is number 2 on this list. Yes, Bellinger is number 2 on this list. That's a great point. And I think Bellinger's a great hitter against left-handed pitching. Don't get me wrong. But that BABIP 344, you think that's sustainable? You guys think that's sustainable? This is more sustainable, folks. More power, more juice. Better strikeout to walk. Guys, this guy. Yeah, that's a good point. And shout out Glabe. Glabe killed lefties. Shout out Glaber. He did kill lefties. But this is the guy. This is the guy who just, like, you bring in Kyle Tucker. If Brian Cashman were to sign Kyle Tucker tomorrow, not saying he's going to, not saying this is likely, just saying, this is how you build. This is how you put together, like, oh, baby. This is how you put together a dominant team. I would like Rob Russ. Now, let me put this out here. Look, if he ends up getting $400 million from the Blue Jays and you don't sign him and you get Bellinger at 5 years, 135, I get it. Like, I get it. And I'm not going to get upset at Cashman. I also want to say this. This is a Hal conversation. This is not a Brian Cashman conversation. When we talk about Brian Cashman, I don't think it's a matter if he doesn't want Kyle Tucker. I don't know. Maybe he doesn't. But I think there's always a financial question. Always a financial question. Always. Always a financial question. Now, if Kyle Tucker's attitude problems are legit, if they're legit, if it's real, okay. All right, whatever. I mean, I get you like we in 10 years we'll figure this out. In 10 years, you and I can figure that we'll know what's going on here, right? In 10 years, you and I will know whether it was worth it or not worth it. But I do believe if you had Kyle Tucker on your team, you'd be ballers. Look, I think the lack of suitors keeps you like intrigued, eyes on it, but I don't know if it ends up happening. I really don't. But I appreciate the super chat, JXV. Really do appreciate the super chat, man. Really do. Really, really do. The boats and the logs. The boats and the logs. Gotta get the boats. Who's gonna carry the boats and the logs? That'd be funny. The Mets also report from John Morosi have talked about a Gore deal. So hey, we'll see what happens there if the Mets actually get him. I think they would like Gore, and they would like Rosario. I don't know why I said Rosario. I think they would want Amai. Definitely possible. I think they like Amai. They could be pushing for Cabrera. They could be pushing for Gore. We'll see. We'll see. They trade in division, maybe. I mean, remember the Jesus Luzardo played through Jesus Luzardo. He got traded from the Phillies to the from the Marlins to the Phillies. Jesus Christ, I can't speak today. Yeah, that's the thing. Like I don't get this. Like from an outside standpoint, right? For me, it's like, okay, how can you really say this about a guy? But hey, I don't know. Yeah, it's a good point. Like, hey, we don't know. We don't know what's going to happen. We don't know what's going to happen. It's possible. Look, it's possible that he's the next Anthony Rendon, right? Let's talk about this real quick because I can speak on this like with clarity. I think the Yankees would trade a Scar for a reliever. I think that is what you can get back for a reliever. Or for a Scar, a reliever. I think a reliever is what you would get back. I hope we get Gore. I hope we do. Mackenzie Gore would be tough. He'd be too tough. I don't know. We'll see. Yeah, I agree. I think that look, again, at the end of the day, you ask me what's more likely. I'd say Bellinger, not Tucker. I think it'd be Bellinger. Maybe a team. So I'm just gonna say maybe a team like the a team such as the Rangers need catching help. Maybe they'd be willing to trade Robert Garcia. I don't know if they'd be willing to do that, but maybe. That'd be tough. Let's see. Padres, yes, I reported Padres are on target. Cole Winn, maybe. I mean, we'll see. Might as well throw Seager while they're at it. Yeah, I mean, look again, bro. I would love the Yankees to trade for Seager, but I don't think it's gonna happen, fellas. I don't think it's gonna happen. That'd be funny, but I'd also kind of hate it because why wouldn't you give it to Soto? Because Soto's let's be honest, guys. Soto's a better player than Kyle Tucker. Let's be honest. Let's be honest, guys. Soto's a better player than Kyle Tucker. Come on, all right? Let's be honest. Jones for Estrada, I would do that. He could get traded. That being Trevor, not Tyler. I actually think Corey Seager for me is there's injury risk, right? So yeah, that's my biggest concern with him. But I still like him. First off, you guys should follow Empire State of Baseball on Twitter. They do some spaces. I really have a fun time joining, so you guys should check that out. But is there a free agent that I'd be interested in that no one talks about? Hunter Harvey, Danny Collum, it's the bullpen market. Justin Wilson, shout out my boy, and that's baseball, who's on here frequently. By the way, we hit 105 likes. So guess what, fellas? Guess what we're doing? We're going for another 30 minutes. We're going until 4:30, fellas. That's why. That's what's going on. Facts. Why not play with your boy? See, actually, I think that you should not have to trade anything for Monty Peralta because I think it would be a salary dump. Probably because his arm keeps exploding. I would like it on a cheap deal, but his arm just keeps exploding. just keeps exploding. I would roll the dice on this. Go get some power arms. Just go get some pop. Go get some pop in the bullpen. Go get, like, I want guys who throw 1,000,000 miles per hour. It's why I like the addition of on the Rule 5. I want power, bro. I want guys who throw 1,000,000 miles per hour. I want gas. I want gas, bro. I want gas. Yeah, that's definitely something you can do. Again, the injury risk is not enough of an issue for me to be like, oh, I don't want Corey Seager. But yeah, Dylan Lewis is a monster, bro. Alan Facundo's a monster as well. But Dylan Lewis has such good, like, Aaron. I got to shout out Aaron because Aaron's the guy who is the first dude on this. And, this is why I tell you guys, you should follow him on Twitter. He's a very smart man. He knows what he's talking about with the Yanks and their organization. It's AJ _ is it Lich? I can't pronounce last names. LICH. AJ. I'm gonna share this tab here. This is the account you guys should be following right here. You guys should be following this account right here. Again, AJ _ LICH. But as it pertains to Dylan Lewis is a monster, bro. And his underlying metrics are really good. Let's look at the contact rates improved when he got promoted. The strikeout rate decreased as he got promoted. The power is good. Good pull rates. Like, this is a guy I think can be a really, like, I think this guy could be a top 100 prospect one day. Appreciate you, John. You're my dog. Hunter Harvey signed me up. He throws 95, 96 miles per hour. Good fastball velo, good fastball shape, good splitter, good slider. Like, that's what you want. That's what you want. That's what you want. Zone contact. Dylan Lewis is zone contact rate. There's no way to get zone contact on here. But I know it's not great. I think it's like what, slightly below average or average for the level. I think he can get better. But the fact that he got better at it as he got promoted is a big thing for me. That's a big thing for me. I would like that. I would like it. I think he could. If Jason Dominguez can play left field here, Kyle Tucker can play left field here. That's my mentality. And again, I'm going to say this with Kyle Tucker, and I'm going to say this with Cody Bellinger and all this. The Yankees have access to data that we do not have access to. The Yankees get access to information that we do not get access to. The Yankees get access to free agents in a way we can't get access to. So I do think it's important to know, hey, maybe it's really possible that, like, this is a guy in Kyle Tucker who's not going to be a good fit for your clubhouse, who's going to make your roster worse, et cetera, et cetera. So, I think that's all part of this conversation. But the price tag, we got to work with what we got available to us. I'm not upset if they get Bellinger. I'm not. I'm happy if they get Bellinger at a reasonable price because he's a good player. He's a good defender. I think he's a good hitter. He's probably going to project for like a 120 OPS plus if he comes to the Yankees. But that's where, like, I know Tucker. I think Tucker could be great here. I think Tucker could be a top 5 MVP vote getter. And that's a big part of this conversation for me. We'll see. And yes, this is something, like, it's possible that he's someone who you can push the budget for because of that. That's kind of where I'm at. That's the other thing. Why are you willing to trade for Corey Seager, but you're not willing to go get Kyle Tucker? Like, why? Unless, of course, the Seager report is wrong. Why are you willing to do that? Why? Like, that's so dumb, Yeah, I would, dude. Robert Suarez, Jeremiah Estrada, some other guys, like Trevor McGill, throws gas. Garrett Clevenger of the Rays, and then Carlos LaGrange. Dude, Carlos LaGrange, right? Just straight fucking gas, dude. That guy is a monster. And I will say this: if he's not a starter, he's gonna be tough. If he's a reliever, he's gonna be tough. He's a starter and he has the command to walk. If LaGrange walks under 11% of batters faced, he'll be super tough. Mega tough. Ultra tough. That's a good point. Stan's contract's up in 2 years. It's a good point. Good point. His defense has kind of fell off, so that's a little bit concerning for me, but I wouldn't hate it. Yep, we saw that. Yep, crazy. Edgar Cuero, he can kill lefties. Question is, can he field? The answer is probably no, but we'll see. Let's see. I would not like this number. Do you guys what are your guys' thoughts? Bellinger's 6 years, $180 million. Am I crazy to say I'm not a guy who would love this? Like, I think this could be a really bad contract, and I would, at that point, just sign Tucker. You're paying $30 million for Bellinger. Go sign Tucker. What do you guys think? Yeah, I agree. I will say, I did know of like, I knew that like some teams were a little bit worried about, how do I put this? Oh, and I just saw this, everything Yanks. Hold on. I'm not going to finish my thought. Hold on. Hello. 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 What do we think, fellas? What do we think? What are we thinking? What are we thinking? What are we thinking? Come on. Get me my boy. Get me my boy. Get me my boy. And when Joel Sherman's saying this is pretty big because he was drumming up, oh, they're not going to spend. Oh, they're not going to spend. He was the first, like, they're not going to go over $300 million. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. Oh, please. Oh, please. Somebody. I need Tucker. Bring me Tucker. Bring me freaking Tucker, fellas. Bring me Tucker. Bring me Kyle freaking Tucker. Big Tuck. I need it. I need it, bro. At least I know I think they're going to go get somebody. He's tall, right? He's tall. I need it, bro. I need it, bro. I need it, bro. I need it. Yo necesito. Yo necesito. And look, I understand, we're in a weird world. We're in a weird world. We're in a weird world where, like, hey man, I don't know if like I don't know if it's gonna be Tucker, right? Like I say it time and time again, right? I don't want people to confuse what I'm saying with they're gonna get Kyle Tucker. I don't want that to be the confused statement. But we shall see. Yeah, and he's a good defender. Like, the thing I like about Tucker, he's a really good defender. He's a really good defensive left fielder. He's a well-rounded player. Like, he's probably going to produce 3+ wins above replacement, and I'd be pretty confident saying that. And maybe Tucker easily. What? Tucker easily. What are we talking about? Easily. What are we talking about? What are we talking? Guys, what the hell are we talking about? Right? What are we talking about? And let's see. I want to just find the direct quote for you guys. Let's see. Me, he's respect. I mean, we'll see if he's right or wrong. Let's see. He could be referring to Bellinger. He could have been referring to Bellinger. Was this? Can you guys tell me was what the video is so we can watch? We can watch the clip together on X. It's on Twitter. It's on Twitter, is what you guys are saying. I need to find it. Where do you guys see it anywhere? Because I would like to find it. Nope. Live on MLB Network. Okay. You saw it live on MLB Network. Okay. Hold on, we're going to watch. Okay, everybody, we're going to watch this clip together. All right, folks, let's do this. We're going to watch this clip together, and we're going to see what was said. I want the context of the quote. We're going to share this tab. We're going to do.
They've added Alonso. Where's that put Baltimore in the AL East?
Hear this, so we're good.
Thinking about it so much, Ron, over the last 90 minutes since this news broke, and I talked to a couple of executives and agents, and to the Soto point, once you do Alonso, well, you can't really stop. They went into this offseason. You could say right-hand power was an issue, but pitching, especially starting pitching, was the thing. I think the Orioles are going to do big things in starting pitching.
Wow.
I think they're going to get a guy or two and maybe even a reliever, and they're going for it. And then think about the bigger context. AL East, right? It isn't like the Blue Jays are stopping. We haven't yet heard from the Red Sox and Yankees. I would assume we will before it's all over. We have a lot of teams who are going for it in this division. You know, Tampa Bay usually figures out how to put things together and math it to a certain amount of wins. But the Orioles are trying.
I'm going to skip ahead a little bit, guys. I can't lie.
By the way, I don't think it's outlandish to think that the Blue Jays, not the Yankees, will have the highest payroll in the division this year.
Wow.
And that's not good for us.
With that being said, you look at the AL East, what they've been doing. What are, Sherman, you cover them. What are the Yankees doing? Where are they going from here?
So Brian Cashman said before that he felt the offseason was moving, his word, at a glacial pace, right? And so I think the Yankees are willing to spend significant money for one player this offseason, and it's Cody Bellinger, but significant money within their parameters.
So it is Cody Bellinger, huh?
And I think that what Schwarber got yesterday and Alonso got today,
It is Cody Bellinger.
means it's going to be hard to fit into those
parameters. I was fooled. 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 Yeah, got fooled hard. Got to readjust the tweet. Oh, well. Oh, well. That's a shame. That is a shame. Hey, possible. Definitely possible, right? Definitely possible. We'll see. We'll see. Definitely possible. But that sucks for us, huh? Anywho, again, I say it again. You need to go. If you're going to get Bellinger, you need to address the other parts of your roster, right? You need to get premium starting pitching. I think starting pitching, they need to get starting pitching. They desperately need starting pitching. They desperately need starting pitching. Look, I don't like, this is how I feel about Cody Bellinger. Okay. I think he's a good player. He's a good player, right? He's a good player. He is not a great player. He's a good player. Not a great player. He's a good player. And a good player in left field makes you better. But there's a great player, I think, on the market. Right? So this is where the Yankee fan should be disappointed. Right? And it's that, hey, you are not a team we are just in a weird spot. I don't, how do I put it? The Yankees should be willing to pay for Tucker. That was live on MLB Network. I did not listen to that as it was happening. I listened to it. I think it was an hour ago, right? This is a good point. And I will say that, look, Cheesecake Factory's good. Actually, I've never had Cheesecake Factory, so I can't really say that, but I hope it's good. how do you know what? I can't speak to this comparison. This is like, okay, the half, this is like Applebee's. Cody Bellinger's Applebee's, and Applebee's is good. But he's not great. He's not great. He's not dominant. He's not what I want. Okay, but I don't think Tucker, I don't think Chick-fil-A is like that much better than Wendy's. Am I crazy? Am I crazy? Am I crazy for that? Like, I like Chick-fil-A, but Wendy's is not that much. Applebee's is good, man. I like Applebee's, and that's why I use the Applebee's comparison. I like Applebee's. It's good. But it's not great. But I like Applebee's. It's not great. No. Applebee's is good. Applebee's is good. Applebee's is good. No, come on. Because you've got to compare a good to a great, right? And I don't know what, is KFC okay, I think Popeyes is better than KFC, but this is a crazy conversation we're having. We're talking about fighting fast food comparisons. This is a good point. We are this is a good point. This is a good point. This is a good point. Yeah, our offseason mind you, today's the winter meetings. Today is not some random day in December. We're in the winter meetings and we're talking about fucking restaurants, dude. This is how boring the baseball offseason is. The baseball offseason sucks. Oh, I hate the baseball offseason. God, I hate it. I've never had Zaxby's. Yeah, that would be stupid. Turbo Dog. I think that's a Turbo Dog offer. I can't lie. But Povich is weird because Povich I don't think is bad. I don't think he's great. You know. Let me kind of look. He's got what 5? Is Povich? I don't think Povich is that bad. Does Povich have more value than Will Warren on the market? Is the question. Actually, it's a good question. Huh? Is Povich more valuable than Will Warren? I think I would rather have Will Warren, but that is a question to ask. This is phenomenal. This is the comparison. This is the comparison. Thank you. This is the comparison. Boom. 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 That's the comparison. You win. This is the winner. Let's keep rolling. I don't want Adolis Garcia. No. I love Chipotle. Best restaurant out there. I think it's possible. He's really good. He's good. I like him a lot. Yes. I agree. It's not a big money addition. That's a good addition. It's not a big money addition. But again, this is so the issue I kind of have with this Joel Sherman thing is not with Joel Sherman. It's just that hey man, would kind of prefer if it was Cody, Kyle Tucker, right? So yeah. Good point. This is a deep joke. You guys have to, not that deep. It's actually not that. It's fairly surface level. It took me a second. Yeah, look, I mean, actually, I don't really like chocolate, but I get what you're saying. I just want the Yankees to make themselves better. I just want the Yankees to go make themselves better. One bold and one bald trade at a time. What do you think it would take to pluck a starter? A lot, like a Ben Rice, probably a Ben Rice. So here's what we're gonna do. We have the final 10 minutes here. No, he doesn't want to be in the World Baseball Classic. He rejected it. I think we're better than the Rays. I think we're better than the Rays. That comment is an asshole comment. That comment is an asshole comment. This comment is an asshole comment. You're like, that's an asshole comment, right? Like, why even do that to me? Why even give me like the 0.5 seconds of checking Twitter? Like, come on. Like, come on. This is being an asshole to me. This is just, hey, Ryan, go screw yourself. No, guys. Let's look at the Ray roster together. The Rays are not bad. They're just, come on. Let's look at this roster together. The Rays are better. Yeah, like, come on. Let's look at this together, guys. Come on. Come on. Look at this bottom three. Come on. Like, come on. Now the pitching staff looks good, but come on. No. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, what is the salary he's going to look for? Like, I just, man, I don't know. Yeah, it's a real possibility, and they're going to have to get better if they want to make sure they're not in this situation. Now, I don't want Zach Eflin. I'm good on that. Depth starter, like a guy you sign alongside another starter, sure, I'm cool with that, but nothing else. Yeah, we'll see. We shall see. Nick Martinez is a fun depth starter, right? He's a fun depth starter. I like depth starters. But yeah. I wish your birdie was right. I really do. Unc Verlander, again, depth. But I feel like Verlander's one of those guys where, like, I don't know. For some reason, I just think he'd be better in the postseason than in regular. Like, not in the postseason. Like, there'd be something cool. Like, there's some aura there. Although, like, you shouldn't sign a guy because of aura, you know? Yeah. Trade with Texas Rangers? No, you're not getting Seager and Young. You're not getting Seager. This would be sick, but again, you're not getting Seager. JV and Scherzer, like, those are like aura signings. Those are not like make you better signings. You know what I mean? That's all for aura, you know? And signing guys for aura is lame. That'd be tough. I just don't think they're going to sign him. I think that's why they're being so quiet. I don't think they're going to sign him. That's why. Okay. This is a fun tweet. Would you guys trade? Okay. Would you trade for how do I put this? I think Ryan McMahon, Wyatt Langford, I think is pretty freaking good. Look at his numbers this past year. He was a 4-win player. Like, I think he's more than capable. Like, I think he's a more valuable baseball player and a better baseball player than Ben Rice. I think he has one fewer year of control. Yeah. And for that reason, I don't think the Rangers would do this. He's not better as a hitter. That's a good point. I don't think he's better as a hitter, but he's a better player because he's an elite defender. But I don't think the Rangers would do this. But that's a fun mock trade. This is a fun mock trade, right? It's a fun mock trade. Yes, I did see. We talked about that a little bit. 100-mile-per-hour fastball. What's not to like, right? You don't have to do anything outside of return him back to the Cardinals if you don't want him. Yeah, I saw that. They're not going to go long distance for that. The issue is that Langford's like 3 years younger. So yeah, and they would never trade him. I agree. I'm just saying that's a fun, I think the Rangers would say no to this. I don't think Alec Boehm should be your everyday third baseman. I don't think Alec Boehm is a better player than Ryan McMahon. I think they're equal players. I think Alec Boehm is awesome as a bench player. If the Yankees were to bring in Alec Boehm, and he was like a backup bench guy, third base, first base, I like it. Although there's some concern about the off-field stuff. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I think the thing is, they don't feel like they have to trade him, right? So they don't have to trade him. Nah, the Braves would say no immediately. Immediately they'd say no. Yes, but he can't field that well. He's not a reliable fielder. He's just not. I tweeted it out, fixed it, put Bellinger in there because that is exactly what he said. He said Bellinger verbatim, and I wanted to throw that in there because the original tweet was misleading on our end, and we wanted to fix that. And by we, I mean me. I am responsible for it. It is my fault. I take all the blame. That's all on me. Yes, I think he can regress a lot. And that's also part of like why I would like that 10th position player. Like if it's Bohm, that's fine because he could play in a pinch and hit a little bit and force Rice to like first or he could DH, whatever it may be. Polanco is someone I'd really like because of that as well. Jorge Polanco could play every single day and that would be sick. So, we'll see. We'll see. But I don't think the Mets are going after a Bellinger. That helps you maybe. I don't know. Why would he even say that? That was not relevant to this. That would suck. I hope we get him. You need to have a guy on your roster who can play if Stan's hurt and is going to play every day. Yeah, Okamoto, I agree. Like Okamoto can definitely do that for you, but the question is, are the Yankees going to spend the money for that? We're coming up here on the final 5 minutes of this show. We really appreciate you guys tuning in. Again, if you're here, like and subscribe. Yeah, these winter meetings, turbo dog shit. We're going to end up doing, I think, 6 live streams, right? Or 5 live streams during the winter meetings and have absolutely nobody signed or traded for. No, I'm good off Marcelo Ozuna. I know he's not that bad of a negative, but like, again, I'm not willing to trade that for... I'm not willing to trade that for, like, I'm not willing to do that. Holy ass. Yeah. Turbo dog shit. That's a good point. It's a good point. Good point. But like, man, I kind of need something to happen, fellas. Winter meetings. Boring for the Yankees. Super boring. Yeah. We'll see. I would love this. I don't think it's going to happen, but I would love it. I mean, it is. No, he's not available. And it's a good point. Soto getting traded is like that is huge, right? God, I hope this doesn't happen. No, I don't think we're going to get Josh Young. Technically, people are going to be around tomorrow, but it's basically over today. Yeah, good point. Yes, I'm going to stream tonight at 7 p.m. 7 p.m. He was actually, I think, the day after. Was Soto at the end of the winter meeting? I think it was the day after. If Tatis got traded to the Yankees, I would party. The next stream would just be a party. I understand what you're saying, but like you have to factor in defense. Bohm's consistency offensively isn't great. Like this past year, he was a 105 WRC plus hitter. He put up 1.7 WAR in 120 games. McMahon posted in 154 games. He posted 1.9 WAR. B WAR is more favorable to McMahon. Like I don't think they're not different planet players. They're within they're basically the same player in terms of WAR value on a year in year out basis. The last year was the first time where like Bohm was considerably better than any year McMahon has posted. And even then McMahon had posted a 3.1 WAR season. Bohm peaked at 3.4 wins. Bohm has 2 years above 1.5 WAR. McMahon has been above 1.5 year WAR every single year since 21, since he started being an everyday starter. So it's just not a fair 1-to-1 comparison. Let's keep looking here. I mean, I agree, but that's not happening. And I agree. Soto is a bigger name. Like more people are willing to pay for that than to go, like, you know what I mean? Like Soto's a draw. Soto's a superstar. There's no superstar on the market of the degree of Soto. No. You have to trade your entire organization. Yep. Good point. Thoughts on the Seager rumors? Confirms to me that the reason he's not a Yankee is not going to be because the Yankees don't want him. It's because the Rangers don't want to trade him. Right? So, yeah. So we're on the final minute here. We want to thank you guys all for checking out Fireside Yankees. Appreciate your continued support here on the page. Like, turn on that notification bell, subscribe, all that stuff. Again, really, really appreciate it. Again, we'll be back live at 7 o'clock. So if you have more questions you wanted to ask, just check us out then. We'll be around. We'll be live. So 7 o'clock. We'll be right back here on Fireside Yankees. Yes, we'll also be seeing you at the Ryan Convention. Yes, we'll be seeing you at the Ryan Convention. I'm excited to talk. Hopefully something freaking happens, right? I mean, Jesus, right? Like hopefully something happens. Again, we'll be live at 7 o'clock. We'll see you guys in the next one. Let's go Yankees, everybody, and peace out.